Hello, I'm Gordon Lang, editor of CameraLabs.com, and I'd like to give you a brief tour around the brand new Canon EOS 400D. Here it is, Canon's brand new entry-level digital SLR, and as you can see from the outside, it looks a great deal like its predecessor. Feels like it, sounds like it too, but you only have to turn it around to see the first big difference. Canon's upgraded the rather small 1.8 inch screen of the predecessor to a nice big 2.5 inch screen. And as you can see, it's also used for all shooting information, the shutter speed, the aperture, the ISO, even things like white balance compensation and metering mode. They're all shown on this screen, and before you get too concerned, you can see it in direct sunlight. There is a slight impact on battery life, but it's only measured at about 10%, and since the battery life was pretty good to start with, that's not such a big deal. It's not just about a bigger screen though. Canon's fitted a high resolution sensor. While the old 350D had 8 megapixels, the new 400D has 10.1. In practice it doesn't make a massive difference, but there is an improvement nonetheless, and crucially it places the 400D on a level playing field, in terms of numbers anyway, with its big rivals this season, the Sony A100 and the Nikon D80. It's not just about a bigger screen and a high resolution sensor though. For the first time, Canon is actually addressing the problem of dust getting into the body. This is a really big issue for digital SLRs. When you remove the lens, dust gets inside, and on pictures, especially on deep blue skies, you start noticing these little marks. The way Canon gets rid of this, first of all, is to vibrate the filter in front of the sensor. This is an attempt to shake the dust off. If that doesn't work, you can also take a picture of a plain white background, and the camera will actually spot the dust marks, locate their positions, store them on subsequent images, and then use software later to remove them. It's actually quite a neat system, and the thing we really like about the first technique, about shaking the sensor, is you can interrupt it at any time during startup, and if you see a fantastic opportunity, no problem, you've got it. So in conclusion, we do like the high resolution of the new body, although it's not a massive difference over its predecessor. Low noise levels are still there, the silky smooth images. On the downside, it doesn't have anti-shake as standard. Now the Sony A100 has it built into the body, which means you can get it on every lens you attach. Of course, Canon, like Nikon, fit it inside their lenses. It's a very effective system. Indeed, some people think it's more effective than fitting it in the body, but it does mean you'll need to buy a new lens. As standard, the 400D comes with the budget EFS 18 to 55mm. It's a good general purpose lens, but it doesn't have anti-shake. If you want that, you'll need to spend a bit more. So you're still looking at spending about £699 for the camera and lens in the UK, or $899 to $999 in the US for the same kit. We still think that's pretty good value. For a full review and to see results of how the 400D fares against its major rivals, and also for reviews of lenses that you may wish to upgrade to, please visit www.cameralabs.com.